welcome you all to this session focusing on CAT preparation strategy. So this session will be led by Amit and Navneet, both of whom are IIM graduates. Amit has also secured 100 percentile in CAT last year.
Everyone, my name is Amit. As Akash have already told, like basically I have done my BTech from IIT Madras 1418, and then after that I am Ahmedabad, like this PGP program. Right now I am working with Morgan Stanley. So basically, like, see, focus should be that I should target for this particular percentile. See, when I started my preparation now during my college year, so that time we did not have this telegram and all, right? So we never get to know ki what should be our target, right? So we just focus on ki by 9900 we have to secure. So that's what you first thing, make a focus like this. Don't have a target set in your mind ki 98, 97, something like that. Just try to reach for 99, because nothing is a safe score, because you know how cat is. Like most of you would have gone through people profile that even after getting 99.23, 99.43, they don't get call from ABC. So there is nothing called as safe score, right? My target is 99. I should try for that. Even if you did not reach 99, you put your full efforts for that, right? So obviously, even if you landed at 97, 96 also, that's quite fine, right? Second thing, don't compare yourself with anyone. See, most of you guys tell na ki matlab, if he's an engineer, so for him cat is easy. Bro, but see the difference now. You might get a call at 96, 97. He had to reach 99 point something. So tell the strategy for each subject in such a way that if the person is at zero level, then how he should focus on it, right? Let's talk about verbal. See, being an engineer, I can tell very popular thing about verbal, that I was at like very bad at verbal, because whenever a RC comes in front of me, no, I'll be like, whatever I have read in 10th, what usually happens ki 10th mein when we do RC na, so the answer is present in the RC itself. The language of the comprehension is also quite easy. But when it's come to CAT, the language is quite tough. Not language, what is the thing na, ki wo jo particular RC रहता है ना, that is taken from a particular articles, midway से वो लेके उसको डाल देते हैं, right? So what happens now usually when we go through the article, we did not understand that what article is talking about, right? So you need two things here. First thing is reading habit. Why I'm talking about the reading habit? Because sitting on the screen for 40 minutes, reading for comprehension and solving it out, that requires a full practice. See, most of the people tell ki in CAT, in verbal, we don't have to do all the questions, right? We just have to do selected question. But for knowing which is easy, which is tough, you have to read it out, no? Right? You have to read now first key comprehension. Okay, then you will be able to get no, okay, fine, this is easy, this is tough. So what my point is now, you have like 40 minutes, you have 24 questions. Out of that, 16 are from RC. It means that you have 4 RC, right? So even if we divide the time itself, so 8 minutes to a single RC, in that you have to read whole RC, then you have to come back to the question, you have to understand what it is asking, and you have to solve it out. Basically, RCs are two type. Okay, one, sometimes what's going to happen, the RC will be quite easy, but the question will be very difficult, confusing between the options and all, right? Second is RC is very tough, question is very easy. But understanding the RC is very tough, question is very easy. So during my preparation, now what I did, like, see, for me that time there was no Aeon, nothing like that, right? For me, like, I contacted one of my senior. He was in IIM Calcutta. I just called and I told him, "Ki bro, like, I am feeling very bad at verbal and all. I don't know whether I'll be cracking this CAT or not." So he was like, "Do one thing. You start from the newspaper thing." So I was like, "Fine, we'll start it up." Now, what you have to do now, select any 3 newspapers. In starting, I'm talking about. Later on, you can shift to Aeon or whatever you want to do, right? First up, you develop a reading habit plus recalling power. Why recalling power is very important? Because once you read the RC, right, you should be able to recall what you have understood from the particular RC. Because once you come back to the question now, you don't have that much time. Again, you will go back to the RC and you will try to find the answer. For that particular reason, you should be able to understand which paragraph they are talking about, right? Now, coming to this thing, how to read it out and how to comprehend. For example, you pick the newspaper, the Hindu, okay, and you go through editorial section, right? Why I'm talking about editorial? Because obviously it's the Hindu, it's Indian Express. So people who will be writing article there, right? So they will be already a lot educated, right? Their language skills and all will be very tougher, right? And the second thing now, CAT comprehension is just not about philosophy. It might be science tech, it might be history, it might be economics, right? And newspaper reading, why is must now? Because I have seen people, when interview comes now, where I should prepare for GK, what question they should ask us, what would be like this. So it's better not, abhi se you make a habit of reading the newspaper, because you will be able to understand many terms, which might help you, which will help you, I'll tell. Ki during your MBA course also, when you will go for the placement, because when you go for a company now, for an academic, he wants to know what is your view on this particular topic. Basically when you attend the interview of the, like for example, आप IIM वाले interview में you went and the people is going through your CV and there is in your CV, right? So what they gonna do, right? What they're gonna do, they're gonna be looking for something else. Now they will ask you something else, so obviously you should be able to answer that up. No, that is what required, right? For that particular reason, select any newspaper. Okay, now what, how to read newspaper? In starting I'm talking about those who are weak in verbal. For example, you start reading a newspaper article, I'm talking about XYZ article is there, to start reading it out. Obviously it will be very boring for you. You will feel like I should close it up, I should not read it out. It will come in your mind, because understand, but patience is required, right? It will take time. It won't be like you started reading today, tomorrow you are solving RC, all 4 are correct. It won't happen. It will take some time. Take time means you should be consistent, you should have patience, and you should have willpower. Like even if you are not able to understand, even if your RC is getting wrong, don't just leave the preparation, because if you leave the preparation, the chances of you scoring well in CAT, that is also gone. So my point is, when you are reading it up, even if you find boring, sit and read and try to read in a PDF format. Because what happens now, you have a screen time, right? Because if you read it on a laptop, so you will be habit of reading in a PDF form, because you know very well CAT happens in desktop, right? It won't be like you will be getting a paper on a hard copy. It will be on a soft copy also, right? Soft copy only. So try to read in that. For example, you read an article. For example, it was talking about something economy, right? After reading that, no, just take a white paper, try to write whatever you have understood from that, whatever is coming in your mind, right? Just write it out, keep it aside. Because why? When you are writing now, you will try to comprehend that what you have read there. So in that comprehending part now, you will use your mind. By way of recalling, you will be start recalling now, okay, this was first para was talking about this, second was talking about this, third was talking about this. This is what required in RC. Because when you read a question, you have to be able to understand from which para it's talking about, because you don't have this much time. Again you will go and again you will read RC, right? Now after reading this, you should have a stopwatch to just mark it out, how much time does it took for you to read a particular article, right? See, when you start reading now, so like I have some people with me, like whom I am telling to read newspaper and all, so they come up with this I don't understand polity, I don't understand economics, right? This particular topic is very tougher for me, or it's very boring. So I just tell them very clearly, in CAT now you don't know what article will be in present, it will be in present of you, right? So it might be anything. So if you are well prepared to face that thing which you find difficult, so obviously in CAT you won't be facing this problem. So try to read more. See what usually happens. For example, if I don't love economy, so try to read more economic news now. Read more so that you will be more comfortable. Now coming back to the second thing, see, it is for me, not I'm telling you should start. I did not started solving RC from the first day itself, because I was knowing even if I start, right, I'm not able to comprehend, I'm not able to understand, to wasting 1.5 hours for one single RC or 2 RC, and even not getting correct answer because I'm not prepared. So I was not doing that. So what I did first, I developed a reading habit, understanding habit, then I moved to the RC. So when my average time came to 10 to 11 minutes per article, then I started solving the RC. In first, you should not be focusing upon speed. You should be focusing on accuracy. Spending 20 minutes correcting 3 correct, that will be much better than spending 10 minutes and getting 2 correct. Okay, so this should be your strategy for particular verbal, right?